Hello, learners. Welcome to the certificate course on food microbiology by Nerdy Grad. This is your instructor Gunjali Joshi, and I'll be conducting the certificate course of on food microbiology for the same. I'll give you a brief overview of all the modules that we'll be covering in this course. So, coming to the course contents, we have 7 different modules here. First, we'll be looking into the history and development of food microbiology. Second would be the characteristics of microorganisms and its association in food. Third, we'll be having contamination of foods through different ways. Fourth, we'll be going into general principles underlying spoilage. The fifth would be microbiological quality of different kinds of foods. Then sixth would be different preservation techniques of all the foods. And seventh would be foods in relation with diseases. So this was an overview of all those 7 modules that we'll be doing. So these 7 modules have different 14 sub-modules in them. I'll be talking about that too. So first we'll be covering module 1 and 2, which has the basic part, that is introduction to microbes in foods, and the early food microbiology, that is 1900 AD. So there are 5 different subtopics. First is discovery of microorganisms. Second would be the functions. Third would be early food microbiology, that is 900 AD. Fourth would be major developments in the food microbiology sector, and fifth would be the current food microbiology status. Coming to the third module, this is an overview of the microorganism, a basic of all the microorganisms that I'll be talking about. The first is classification. Second would be nomenclature, how we name the microorganism, how we identify it. The third would be the different kinds of morphologies and structures that are present. The fourth would be microorganisms and its association with the food. The module 4 would be food as a substrate for microorganisms. It's a very interesting module. The how it is associated, like how microorganisms are associated with the food. We'll be looking into 5 different parameters for the same. The first would be hydrogen ion concentration. Second would be the moisture content. Third would be the OR potential, that is oxidation reduction potential. The fourth would be the nutrient growth, and the fifth would be accessory food substances or the vitamins. The module 5 is the contamination of different foods. So how does the contamination happen from green plants, fruits, or animals? The second is air, soil, and water. The third is humans, sewage. And the fourth is the equipments that are used during food processing or in the making of the food. Module 6 is general principles underlying the food spoilage. So first we have the different causes of spoilage. The second, we'll be looking into classification of foods because of spoilage. And the third would be after spoilage, what are the changes in the non-nitrogenous organic compounds? The module 7 would be the microbiological quality of different kinds of foods. So we have listed different foods here. The first is ready to eat foods. Second is milk, eggs, fish. We have vegetables, fruits, and nuts. Then coming to the confectionaries part, we have sugars and confectionaries. Then we have canned drinks, soft drinks, and then we have spices and condiments. Module 8, 9, and 10 fall under the major group, that is the different preservation techniques for the same where we use in the food microbiology part. So first we have asepsis, we have removal and different anaerobic conditions. Second, we have use of high and low temperatures in foods. And third, we have drying, radiation, and additives. All these techniques are used in the preservation of foods in the food microbiology. Then module 11, we have foods in relation with diseases. So module 11, 12, 13, and 14 are for the foods in relation with different with diseases. So first we have toxication, that is we have staphylococcus species toxication, botulism species, and it's later followed by mycotoxins. Module 12 is again foods in relation with diseases, but this time it's about infections. So we have Listeria species infections, we have E. coli, we have Shigella, Yersinia infections, and infections, sorry. And then we have Vibrio species infections. Module 13 is food in relation with diseases, that is toxico-infections. We have Clostridium species and Bacillus species. And then module 14, we have foods in relation with diseases, that we will learn about non-bacterial infections, that is viruses, foodborne parasites, and infections that happen because of chemicals. So that was all about the detailed overview of all the different 7 topics and the 14 sub modules of the same. This is the end of this overview course, and therefore I'll meet you after your registration into the course. Thank you.